start singing now. I've been told not to touch the microphone by Liam, but I'm terrified to go anywhere near it. But I am assuming, my dear friends, that you can all hear me.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
We don't need a microphone.
Thank you, girl. That's my son, a big Buddha bus and a full sugar in the mud. My husband, Martin, the long-suffering, sainted, canonised man, is also here, so Fulcha. My 14-year-old daughter couldn't make it, A, because she's a lot of homework, and B, because she's embarrassed that I exist. So I just have to suck that one up. I want to say a very special thank you to Lynn Boylan, our wonderful MEP, for officiating here this evening. I want to thank those that have endorsed me, those that have nominated and seconded me, for your incredibly kind words, which mean the world to me. Nikki and Peter, to thank Janice, to thank my friend of such long-standing, Martina Anderson, a remarkable, iconic woman in her own right, and of course my friend and fellow PAC interrogator, the irrepressible David Cullinan from Waterford. And I want to say to you at the outset that it is for me a huge honour to be selected this evening as your candidate for Dublin Central. I'm very proud to represent Sinn Féin, and I'm very proud to represent the people of Dublin Central in the Dáil. And it goes without saying, friends, that political progress and election campaigns are driven by teams of committed activists, and by supporters who believe in us and who come out and work with us. So to all of you, Sinn Féin members here, supporters, elected councillors, office staff, volunteers, door knockers, leaflet droppers, posterers, thank you. Thank you sincerely. I want to acknowledge our team of councillors, Seamus McGrattan, Gay Fagan and Janice Boylan, who you heard from. They can't be here with us this evening because there's a full meeting of Dublin City Council. So friends, our success is built on our collective efforts, and our future growth and development depends very much on your commitment, your energy and your determination. And I count myself lucky to call all of you my comrades and my friends. And I will be counting on you when the campaign happens to give it your all. And I know that you will. We came close, as you know, to a Christmas election, and while that won't happen, don't be under any illusion. An election can happen now at any time, so we must be prepared. The so-called new politics of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael has been exposed, as Lynn said, as a cosy arrangement between two parties who believe that they, and they alone, have the right to govern, to decide, to run things. Their confidence and supply arrangement was only ever a manoeuvre to occupy both government and opposition benches, to frustrate the voice of genuine new politics and to stop the advance of Sinn Féin. And no doubt they will continue in that vein. They will pretend to the electorate that they face a straight choice between Leo Varadkar or Micheál Martin. And of course, that's not really a choice at all. Because the real question for the people of Dublin Central and beyond is whether they will tolerate the same old same politics of the past, or whether they will opt now for a new energetic politics of change. The next election is our opportunity to focus on solutions to the emergencies in housing and health services. It's an opportunity to vote for progress, for change, for getting things done. And only Sinn Féin is committed to this political course. I don't believe for a second that, left to their own devices, either Fine Gael or Fianna Fáil will address the housing emergency. For those without a roof over their head tonight, for those who fret every night in case their rent is hiked up beyond their reach, for the whole generation of people for whom home ownership now is an unrealisable dream, for all of these citizens, thousands of whom live in the constituency of Dublin Central, Sinn Féin is the only chance to sort things out. For families faced with exorbitant childcare costs, for people nearly blinded waiting for cataract operations, nearly crippled waiting for a hip or a knee replacement, for workers only barely getting by on low pay and in insecure work. Sinn Féin is the only real hope of change. And it's for these people and for these reasons that we need to prepare for government, to lead a progressive Republican government, not for self-advancement, not government at any cost, but because we understand that if we're not prepared to roll up our sleeves and defend people's rights, then all of the evidence tells us that no one else is going to do it for us. So we will fight the next election to maximise our vote, our mandate, our numbers of TDs and Shanadori, and we will talk to others to argue for a Republican programme for government. And above all, we will be true to our word. We have no truck with the politics of the broken promise. We will deliver for the people, and that is our commitment. The last time we had an election event in this hotel was in January 2016, in advance of the last general election. Gerry Adams and Martin McGuinness attended. Some of you will recall that event. Little did we know, my friends, that we would lose Martin so quickly. And I want to pay tribute to him, to his leadership, to his courage, to his humanity. It was our very great privilege to know him and to work with him. Be in no doubt that Martin is still with us. His legacy and his achievements live on, and so too do his expectations of us. To win honourably, courageously and generously, and we will not let him down, never. Gerry has led our party for almost 35 years, through periods of upheaval and conflict, through periods of great change and the challenge of brokering and building the peace. More than any other, Gerry Adams has driven the growth and success of Sinn Féin and Republican politics across Ireland. We owe him a great debt. There is only one Gerry A. Unique, exceptional, inspirational, loved and revered by the Republican people of Ireland. Plans for a change of party leader were set out at our recent Ardèche and again on Saturday by our party's Ard Corla. Gerry is now standing down and the process to elect a new leader is now underway. And this evening I wish to formally confirm that I will seek nomination for election to the position of Uachtarán Sinn Féin. The leader of Sinn Féin will be elected at a special Ardèche by vote of our membership. An open, democratic process. No coronations, no anointments, no canonisations. And over the coming period, I will go out and I will ask Sinn Féin members to back me now as their new leader. I'll set out my vision, my plans, my priorities for our party, and I'm going to listen too. It's always been my experience that the membership of our party has the wisdom to guide leadership in times of great change, because our party has grown very substantially in a very short period of time. And this has brought great energy and great positivity to our politics. But it's brought challenges too. Ensuring a respectful, friendly atmosphere in our party is very, very important. And where relationships break down or rivalries take hold, where disciplinary issues might emerge, it's important that each of us remembers why we joined Sinn Féin. It's important that we, as Republicans, put front and centre our political ambition for a united and an equal Ireland. And it's also important that the rules of the party are respected by every member and that they are applied fairly. So making a transition from a smaller party to a much larger party is challenging, but I'm absolutely sure that we will rise to that challenge. I'm sure also that we can grow from strength to strength once we are united in common purpose, committed to social progress, to economic prosperity, to a fair society. And by staying true to these values, we can win. By staying true to these values, we will win. By staying true to these values, we will win, not just here in Dublin Central, but right across Ireland. And that is our task. In the time ahead, I will ask only one thing of you. As we move into a new leadership phase and as we move into a very exciting period of growth and challenge, that we remain true to each other, loyal to our cause, and resolute for victory. Agus mar sin, mar a derha, go dtiocfaidh our law.
Tell me why you worry so. Hush me, Luke, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon, for the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, for the pikes must be together by the rising. Show far where the gatherings